April 26, 2015, spraying cereal rye and corn stalks that will be going to soybeans. We are running a John Deere 4830 sprayer with 120-foot booms. I am using a 44-ounce rate of Power Max, that's Roundup Power Max. That's a glyphosate. Got a little bit of wind today, a little more than I'd like to see. It seems like it's just gusting every once in a while. The cereal rye is, it's hard to tell by the picture, but it's just a hair under knee high, I would say. We'll try to pull a little bit up and see what kind of, yeah, you can, I just pulled that up right there, and there's actually an earthworm just as I pulled that up. He is feeding on the roots. Very good place here. Just pulled up another one, trying to see how the soil is here. Got a lot of roots in it. The soil just crumbles. We actually just had 3/10 of an inch of rain yesterday. We've had this little bit of wind and there's some sun, so the ground is in very good condition right now. Kind of on the dry side. I think if we weren't so dry, I would maybe let this grow a little bit more, but since we are on the dry side, I kind of want to get it burnt down. You can see how green and lush it is. This is actually a 30-pound rate. I think if I had it a little thicker, 56 pounds is a bushel. I think if I went 56 pounds, you'd actually see a little more height in it. But since it's a little bit thinner, I'll try to get a look from an over top view. You can see there's some empty spots out here. I think I would definitely have some extra height if I had it a little thicker out here. This 30 pounds is enough for me. I'm not out to get anything any more than that. This is kind of a clump that's a little bit bigger here. It's got some nice roots in there, and just kind of crumbles. I know that if we had a shovel, we dug down, we'd be finding all kinds of earthworms out here. We'll hop in the sprayer and actually see it go down through the field a little bit. It's going to be a little bit noisy as we climb in. This did actually have cows running on it probably 3 months ago. We sowed the cereal rye in probably November. That was early November. We got a very good stand, got a good little bit of warmth right then, and got some pretty good height to it, and the cows ate it off pretty good. We took the cows off about I don't know, 2 months ago, 2 to 3 months, and it's grown this tall. It's like I say, about knee high, I would say, just a hair under. Some clumps are actually a little taller than that. Climb up here in the sprayer. Just run a 10-gallon rate. That's all the water I want to put down. Seems like the glyphosate works a little better the less amount of water you use. You can see I got my John Deere system running here. Change pages here. Run 10-gallon. I'm just running about 9-10 miles an hour right now to keep my pressure down so I don't have quite so much drift. Like I say, we have a little bit of wind this afternoon. Nothing too serious, but I do want to keep my speed down, keep my pressure down, so that we're not having a whole lot of drift, off-target drift. Glyphosate's very clear. It's actually some days when the sun's out, it's hard to tell if anything's even coming out of the boom at all. 10-gallon rate. Not a whole lot of product coming out of there anyways. You can see how nice and green the field looks. I'll get a video when we plant. Should be in about a week or so. I wouldn't be afraid to plant today. Definitely not because of the cereal rye. The only reason, maybe a little cooler temperatures. It's about 65 degrees right now. That's pushing it on getting it sprayed. Normally I like to see it, well, if you're in the 60-degree range, you want to make sure you're spraying in the afternoon. Between 10 a.m. and about 3 or 4 o'clock is optimum time to be spraying it. It seems like when it does the best job of taking the product in. It gets 70 degrees or a little bit warmer than that even. I don't worry too much. I'll spray 9 o'clock in the morning till probably, I'll go till 5, 6, 6:30 in the evening before I shut down. It seems like it really grows at that temperature, so I'm really not too worried about taking it in. Seems like the cooler nights, we've been in the 30s lately. We've actually, I think yesterday was only in the 50s. So this is almost an experiment here to see how well it actually does kill the cereal rye. See what kind of burn down we get. Be anxious to have it on video to see. I know there's a lot of different views on temperature, and what to do, and what kind of tank mixes you can do. Normally I do not throw anything in my tank but the glyphosate. We've been throwing in some 2,4-D every once in a while. We know we have some broadleaves. I have not seen any broadleaves out here at all, so I'm just running the glyphosate. Normally don't run any kind of other products with it. Any kind of atrazines if you're going to corn, anything to kind of hold anything back. Normally just like to run straight glyphosate, and that is all. That seems like you get a better kill. This seems to be running very nice today. This is a 34-acre field. Won't take long to get done with a 120-foot boom. Like I say, we will be planting this 4 or 5 days, maybe a week, depending on the temperatures, depending on whether they bring another rain in. So far we have not been getting a whole lot of rains. We seem to miss them. They've been going north and south of us. So we'll just have to play it by ear. I'm really not too worried about it. Like I say, I wouldn't be afraid to plant it today because of the cereal rye. It's definitely not going to hinder the beans at all. That's definitely more of a corn thing. This is definitely way taller than I would let it get if I was going to corn. Because as you can see how green and lush it is, it is taking a lot of nutrients up. And normally the beans I don't worry too much about that. They get along pretty good without them until later, whenever they're actually setting pods. That's whenever you want your nutrients to get back to them. So really keeping your nutrients away probably keeps them a little bit shorter. A lot of times a bean will get too tall and want to lay down on you. A lot of times those are not your best beans. Number one, they're very hard to cut. Number two, it seems like the pods are way too far apart. If we can keep our beans about waist high, maybe even a little shorter than that, that seems to be the optimum height that I really want them. Get much taller than that, and the lodging just is terrible. So, like I say, whenever I go to corn, I only let my cereal rye get between 6 inches, probably 6 to 9 inches is maximum. Like I say, this is knee high. I'm not afraid to go all the way to waist high, shoulder high, whatever. Doesn't seem to matter to the beans. They get along very well. This is kind of an odd shaped field, which I have a lot of those. So Seems like the cover crops have been doing wonders for us as far as erosion. And I think that since we're in this dry time, I get this cereal rye burnt down, get a good cover on the ground, and maybe I will hold a little more moisture than something that does not have the cover on it. That is one of our main goals, and I'll be anxious to see if we do have a dry year, if the cover crop fields actually do a little better because they have the cover on them. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It'd be a good test to see. In 2012, we did not have any cover crops to see whether they actually did help in the drought or not. We actually started our main cover cropping in the fall of 2012. Tried to collect a bunch of nutrients that the corn and soybeans did not use, and it seemed to work out very well, looking at our 2013 yields. So it's just very experimental for us, and seems like every year is different, and so far every year has been a little bit of a challenge maybe. Seem to be getting a grasp on the way to be doing things, and very anxious to see how this year turns out also.